Hello everybody, I am Sam and I make jokes, and this is my desktop. The song that you just heard at the lead up to the stream is called Salty Ditty by Kevin MacLeod. It's under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. Just putting it in the video directly because a lot of people ask me what my what songs I use in my videos, even though they're in the description. Anyways, so today we're going to be answering some questions related to Vegas Pro. I was originally going to plan on doing this in a controlled video fashion, I guess, but I figured that maybe doing it in a live stream would be faster and easier, at least initially. And then I'll just edit the video later and post it on my main channel, make it more convenient to watch with chapters and all. Maybe I might turn it into multiple tutorials and make them turbo tutorials. That's an idea. Anyway, so there's the legend there that I've used. So yeah. So let's see. Can't make this chord larger right now. Actually, I might be able to. Give me a minute. Alright, yes, I'm able to make it way bigger. Nice. Anyways, also I got low latency on, so might be a bit delayed, so. Marvelous Mikey asks, how long does it take to make a CyberDuel, and how do you edit them? What tools do you use? It's, to address the first part of this question, it can vary. The season 5 finale, CyberDuel, took 1 or 2 months. Well, it's final CyberDuel anyway. Meanwhile, I've had CyberDuels that just last for a few hours, take a few hours. My earlier CyberDuels, they consistently, the MS3 season 3 episode 5, season 3 episode 9, and season 5 episode 2, those consistently took me 3 days to edit them from start to finish, basically. So there's that. Might have been the same for another few CyberDuels. Hello, WinLeaf7. How did you make the awful editing in MS Fails at Editing from XP User 2600 on YouTube, known as My Computer Studios? I just threw in some intentionally bad editing mistakes on purpose. Just had fun editing it, I guess. Let me pull up the project for it. Let's see. An iShell commit open. Project files. What was it? Microsoft Sam's videos. Give me a minute. Oh man, I don't actually remember where I put it. Give me a minute. Oh, it was in a. It was an older project, so it's an. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the project file. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, I think I got it. I just have to set all the files in order, I guess. And I'll just keep doing it that way. Alright, so there's the main project file. Unfortunately, since I moved a bunch of stuff around, most of these are most of these are offline, so I guess I'm gonna have to reset them then. So I'll just have to replace cease folder, go to voice clips. I think it was fails at video editing. Yep, we're looking for 31. Replace this one. 32. Replace this one. 33. And this is a funny sign, so exits. Well, now you know how to easily replace files whenever you break their links, whenever you move them. Okay, so backgrounds, that would be images, backgrounds, Cyber Windows Studios, old, and the big one. And then for this is Sam's sprite. I think, wait a minute, this is the reaction window, I think. Nope, this is the regular Wii U sprite button. Let's see, Wii U. Place this. This is a reaction window. Reaction window. Styles. Wii U sprites. Microsoft. Alright, now everything's back in order. I'll just save this as its separate one. Up as an old project. Yeah, there we go. And so yeah. Basically, I did it so that I forgot. I seem to have forgotten to set this to hold, which would stop Sam's movement right here.
Sam, and they will.
But since I didn't do it, he moves
Sam,
over to the left, or to the right.
I'm going to read.
And then he just does a poor keyframe job here, too.
We're closed Tuesday, July.
Yeah. He just moves it from there to there. I guess he created this one by mistake. Then he just did this for the reaction window. And then he did this for whenever his character showed up back on screen. All while not putting this on the hold one, the hold attribute. Also, I did a resonant filter here for the, I did a resonant filter for the poor, audio compression or radio effect.
Hello, I'm Microsoft Tech.
Yeah, that's how I do a radio filter. I just use resonant filter and these parameters.
Hello.
Just gonna disable it.
Hello, I'm
Mike. Now Microsoft Sam's voice is clear.
Hello.
Now it's radio.
Watching this awesome video.
Alright, so, anyways, let's get on to another question. That one's answered. I'm gonna mark stuff as answered with a star, I guess. Let me see, I'm gonna mark it with something to indicate that it's been answered. I'll use the SamJoe Net Explorer. Alright. What features, Fast Break TTS says, what features would you add to Vegas Pro if you could? I knew my answer to this, but I think I forgot. Let me see if I can remember. Well, for one, the elimination of these annoying 0.0 frame nudges would be cool. You see this right here? This right here is a 0.000 frame nudge. probably created by a rounding error in like floating point numbers. Yep, super annoying, and it actually is problematic because it disrupts keyframe placement. Let me see if I can demonstrate this. Oh yes, I can demonstrate it right here. I put it on hold. That way this doesn't move, the keyframe doesn't move, the window doesn't move right here. And then whenever it comes to that scene,
Independence Day, so you shouldn't be closed.
when it comes to that scene,
Thanks for watching this.
You might have missed it.
Be closed. Thanks.
I'm gonna put it on auto.
Shouldn't be closed. Thanks for.
Yeah, for one frame, Microsoft Sam's actual sprite is over in this bottom left corner because of this stupid 0.0 frame nudge. So it's one whole frame where his position is completely incorrect. See?
Thanks for.
That's why it's so problematic, in my opinion, and why it's so annoying. I wish they'd fix that. Let's see. I think nested timelines might be cool, like merging the timelines of a project into Vegas Pro. Oh yeah. I just remembered what I actually do want to see featured in MS Random. I want to be able to adjust the x-axis and the y-axis independently. So let's see, I'm going to move Microsoft Sam in one position. I'm going to try to make a little bounce animation.
Thanks for watching this.
But I don't know if you noticed, but you can only... in order to do a bouncing animation with Sam going to the right, in order for it to look realistic, it would have to be the X and Y axes would have to change independently. This is Sam moving. In order to make a bounce, I go to the midway point between these two. Let's move it over here to make a nice factor of 10, so that way we can easily determine our midpoint.
Thanks.
Alright, then I adjust the Y value, and then set this to slow. Alright, I'm going to change the X coordinate real quick, so I can show you how the bounce animation looks.
Thanks for watching this awesome.
Wow, that's super slow.
Thanks.
7 frames. Alright. Alright.
Thanks for.
That's better. See, there's the bounce. That's how you make a bounce in these with simple keyframes.
Thanks for.
But if you want to make it move horizontally, it won't look natural. It won't look natural. Because this is what it looks like.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, this is what it looks like right here.
Thanks for watching. Thanks.
Yeah, it looks janky, doesn't it?
Thanks.
I'm gonna mute this because it's annoying. Yeah, it looks janky, doesn't it? So my solution to this was to make it so that the vertical position doesn't change and that this is just linear. And then I edit the pan crop settings to make Sam bounce here instead. Like so. It's a bit too high. Like, we got slow, fast. That's F9 for you. To return it to its original height. I always put this on hold for keyframes which the image on the track doesn't move until like it's called again. Anyways, this is how it looks like now. Looks way more natural. See? That's called independent adjustment of the X and Y axes. That would be super cool if it was just in the track motion itself. Like, you could have one column be the X coordinate and one column be like Y coordinate. In fact, Vegas Pro's Protype Tiler already does this. Observe. I'm going to create one real quick. Let's do one centered. Let's type, oh no, let's do the funny number. Spooky, innit? So yeah, here's your 16. That's how you make your 16 thing there. Spooky, yeah. Anyways, if you notice, we got these sliders here that adjusts the number's position. And if you notice, we got these swirls, and it says toggle animation in a little tooltip that just showed up. And behold, lo and behold, you get independent axes that you can set. So we move to the right. Then we move over to the left. Let's make this fast. Make it somewhat like a thing there. Let's see, then we go all the way over here to like make it slow, make it go down, I guess, to slow, and then adjust X to be like to the left, I guess. And what you get is this little animation here with text, and it's super cool that you can adjust it like this. So if I wanted X to be different, I could do this. Yeah, here we go. Now we got a jump animation right there. Yeah, this is way easier. Way easier. Yeah, that would be so cool if Vegas Pro implemented that for the track motion, so that way I could do it with sprites as well. But as it stands for now, I have to use pan crop, which has its own limitations. So for example, if your character's like down here and you try to make him go up with pan crop, then he'll be clipped. Oh, bother, where is he? Oh, it's stupid 0.0 frame nudges again. See what I mean? It's the stupid 0.0 frame nudges trying to foil my explanation. Ugh. Oh yeah, why does it do that? I click on a keyframe and it just teleports me to the beginning. That's so annoying. That would be another cool feature. Fixing the stupid bugs that exist within it. That would be a super neat feature. Anyway, so yeah. So this is a big limitation of pan crop. If your character is low enough, then in the this track motion keyframe system, then it'll appear cropped. Like the top part will be cut off whenever you like try to move them high enough with pan crop. So same thing if you're trying to like move them sideways. It depends on the image you're using. If you got loads of white space like my reaction windows do, then you got a lot more leeway. Otherwise, you're kind of like limited to this little invisible box, which is hopefully big enough to cover the entire screen, or at least the parts of the screen that are relevant. So I should have used Vegas Pro 20 Geltis. I don't know if Vegas Pro 20 has actually fixed these glitches. If they do though, if you have experience with them and those glitches are fixed, then let me know. And that would be really cool. Yeah. I remember this one meme from Daxter5150 on one of his Microsoft Sam videos, he said, "I hate boxes. I hate boxes. I hate stupid boxes." Yeah, I can totally see why. Oh, that's fun. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, so independent axes, that's my number one. That's the number one feature I would like to see in a future Vegas Pro installment. Please add it, Vegas Pro team, if you're watching this. Please add it. Windows 8.1. This is a nickname. This is his actual display name on Discord. But he says, "Do you have plans to eventually upgrade to a newer Vegas Pro?" I thought about it this year for Vegas Pro 20. But I don't really see much new about it or groundbreaking about it to warrant another $300 to warrant spending $300 on an upgrade. And also, it still doesn't work on Linux. So, if I decide to switch to Linux, then that purchase will be in vain. Plus, Vegas Pro 15 is still enough after I've used it for over 5 years now. I got it whenever winter of 2017 started. So, yeah. How expensive is the premium version of Vegas Pro? Vegas Post, last time I checked on the website, it was, for a new version, if you're just buying it new, it's $800. But if you're upgrading, then it's just $300. Which I'm not sure is a good enough value to compel me to upgrade personally. Alright, oh boy, the website's not working. Well, that's convenient. I was gonna do a double take and check out the official Vegas Pro website, but turns out it's down. Ha. Anyways, I'm gonna mark that as answered. Yeah. Which Vegas Pro effects do you use for your videos? Asks Tristan KL Coke 19. Okay, Tristan CL Coke 19. Yes, that's all I'll say. It's a bit broad. I use a lot of Vegas Pro effects. So my answer is yes. What feature can you not picture Vegas without or like? What Vegas Pro feature do you use and can't imagine not having it? Hands down, track motion keyframes. If this did not exist, I would not be using Vegas Pro at all. That was one of the main reasons I got Sony Movie Studio, in fact. So that way I would have freedom of movement to place these wherever I want, so I can make like animations and stuff, and like for my RPG battle scenes, which I thought would be really cool to watch and stuff. Like side-on battle scenes like the Cyber Duel Live. Yeah, the Cyber Duel Live, in fun fact, in MSC's S3E4 is actually a realization, somewhat of a realization of my original vision for RPG battle scenes in my videos. So, yeah, what with the character gauges being on top and bottom and the backgrounds moving. Yeah, that was my original vision for my RPG battle scenes. So, yeah, without that feature, without track motion keyframes, without that track motion system, I would not be using Vegas Pro today. No doubt about it. It was the number one reason. Super Swirly Titan 198 asks, which effect in Vegas, be it video or audio, has been your favorite to utilize in editing? I have a lot of favorites. For example, I like to mess with the pinch punch to distort Sam's face. I like to distort Sam's face like that. I like to use swirl sometimes. Super Swirly Titan. I like to use Swirl. I like to mess with characters' faces sometimes. I like to use Wave for further distortion. I'm gonna full screen this. Look at Sam, isn't he so funny? Look at that. Yeah, these are some of one of my favorite things to use for editing. Yeah, swirly. This effect right here in particular is quite swirly. If I do say so myself. Yeah, it's quite swirly if I do say so myself. Sam be like, "What you doing?" Hey, look, there's the TGN edit from like some random day in 2020 in raw full server. It looks super similar to one of the That Green Necko's edits. Yeah, you can save this if you want. Super Swirly Titan said I had nothing to do with it. You asked the question, so. Yes, you did have something to do with it. You asked the question, and it spawned a funny follow-up. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Other cool effects I like to use are... Other cool effects I like to use are the TV simulator. For, like, glitching it up. Bad sync. Oh yeah, this is also how I like to make them teleport. Oh no. Alright, teleport. Oh, I don't have it. Whatever, I can recreate this preset. The reason I don't have the preset is because I just recently reinstalled Windows 11. That's why I don't have it yet. Anyway, so yeah. This is how the teleport effect looks like. Super fast, but that's too fast right here. Yeah, that's how it looks like. That's how I do it. Alright. In terms of audio, I like to use the resonant filter for TV communications.
Thanks for watching this awesome video.
And then I also like to use the reverb. I like to use reverb. Let's see, reverb. Yeah, I like to use reverb with different effects, I guess.
But it's already past Independence Day.
Yep, it's reverb. I also like to use vibrato. Vibrato is a super funny one. Vibrato is a super funny one.
Thanks for watching this awesome video. Thanks for watching this awesome video.
It's also useful for like it's also super useful for I'm gonna save this as its own version. Joke video stream 14 edition. Alright. I'm gonna open MS Garf Mini to demonstrate useful effects of vibrato instead rather than just making the character sound super funny. I'm gonna do Megasode 1 actually. Where is it? Right here. Oh, hi, TGN. You introduced me to vibrato, yeah, because I didn't know what it was called and I didn't, like, experiment with it, I guess. So, yeah. So, thank you for letting me know what it's called and then which then allowed me to, like, subsequently abuse it. to make voices sound more convincing. Let's see. Select. That's how I jump, by the way. I just select, like I'm at the beginning, then I know that a sound effect's used somewhere, then I just right-click a sound effect file, then I just click select timeline events, and then I warp over there. Alright, that's not there.
A rubber spider. Pizza. Extend up. It's only a loop.
Where is it? Let's see.
I'd to be a failure. Thunderstorm.
Here we go.
It's safe.
Here we go.
My hero.
Yeah, this is an instant. Oh wait, no, that's not an instance of Vibrato. Oops. Okay, let's go to a MS-Garf Mini. I forgot which one used it. Well, I've used it before. I can't find it right now, so you could recreate the Doppler effect with Vibrato with clever trickery. I'm not fully familiar with the Doppler effect. Anyways, yeah, those are my favorite effects. What do you consider to be the best Vegas Pro feature, and would you recommend using that feature to other Vegas Pro users? The best asks Teal Projects. The best feature I would consider is hands down the track motion keyframes. Track motion keyframe system. This is the main reason I actually bought Vegas Pro. The one and only reason. Of course, there was like other reasons, like making my videos look way more professional.
Hello.
It's just that track motion keyframes is the most important feature. So yeah.
Oh, I'm Microsoft Sam, and they will.
Now it looks even better. Now Microsoft Sam's video looks even better. Yeah, so yeah. Track motion keyframe system, hands down. I know my caffeine! Yeah, episode 8 of MS Garfield. I've seen you mention keyframes multiple times, but I still can't understand what they are. Would you mind telling us what they do? And I just did. Thank you for your question, Marvelous Mikey, aka MikeJoex, aka Ruben, aka a bunch of other aliases. This guy from nickname with 16 in it, but actually known as Owl Network. How much render time after you edit these videos, and do you back up all Vegas Pro files to any external storage drives? For the first part, it varies wildly. For an MS-Garf Mini, it takes like a matter of seconds. For larger videos, it can take a few minutes with my computer, my current laptop. So far, I don't think I've rendered a video for longer than an hour with my new current laptop, but when I was using my previous laptop and the Dell XPS 8900, videos that took over an hour to render weren't uncommon, especially since I wasn't using the NVENC encoder to do it all. The NVENC encoder is super useful. Yeah, the NVENC encoder renders it way faster. Here's a demonstration with this customized template, NVENC encoder right here. These are my settings, because with other settings it can be super unstable and just crash. I'm going to select a region so I can demonstrate without it exploding my live stream performance. Let's see, this is the main one I use. 2 seconds. Now let's use the preset I used to use. That was this. Specifically this. This is what I used to use from 2016 to sometime in 2021, maybe at the end of 2020. Anyways, oh my word, why does Vegas Pro do that? Oh wow, it actually didn't take that long. That's weird. Well, that's strange, but I guarantee you using that other preset took way longer than using NVENC. So the Doppler, so that green echo clarifies. So the Doppler effect is when the sound of something starts going down in pitch as it moves away from you. Oh yeah, that, you mean like the audio whoosh? I actually did recreate that in one of the Sam Station episodes. The Sam Station episode 9. Yeah, I remember the transitions. Yeah, whenever data was going super fast. Airplay 137 uses NVENC with Kdenlive. That's pretty cool that it's supported on Kdenlive. In case you don't know, Kdenlive's for anyone else, Kdenlive is a free video editor that works on Linux. And I've tried using it, and I did use it for one entire video. Microsoft Sam's Classic Windows Errors, episode 34. Ever used a version of Vegas Pro older than 13? Yes, I actually downloaded the Vegas Pro 10, the last version that runs on Windows XP, and I installed it on my Dell Dimension 4700. I installed it on my Dell Dimension 4700 on Windows XP, and then used it for a little bit. And I actually rendered something. I might have uploaded it to Discord. I think I did. I don't remember where I uploaded it. Probably in the video editing channel of this server, Cyber Windows server. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna get an invite, get the server invite, and I'll let you. And I'll drop it in the main chat. Okay, so we got welcome. The main invite's right here. So, yo, I have to scroll the way up. Yeah. Alright, the invite's in the live chat on YouTube. Anyways, in case you haven't joined the Cyber Windows server already. You saw Mr. Beast, no way, Epic Dank Memer channel. Alright, so yeah, I did use Vegas Pro 10. I posted an example render in Cyber Windows server before, probably in video editing, which is down over here. Let's see, topics. Right here in this channel, video editing. That's the most probable channel where I post the example. Anyways, so yeah, that one's answered. What was your... Oh, wait. Did I answer the second part of this? I didn't answer the second part of this. Oops. Do you back up all Vegas Pro files to any external storage drives? So here's the thing. My Vegas Pro project files are stored in... hold on. My Vegas Pro files are stored in my MSC's file. The home folder of my YouTube channel, and I save that folder from time to time and back it up on external storage devices. So yes, technically I do save them to external storage devices, but I also save them on my primary device. So yeah, always keep backups. What was your favorite random moment to make, as in test cards, chase scenes, random voice effects, etc.? I don't think I actually have a favorite moment. I just go with whatever I think is funny. I used to think, like, back in 2016 that my best moment was, like, that one Nomobile moment in MS-RE S4E1. And then later on, I just, like, made more funny moments later on. Hopefully they were more funny. That's what you gotta do. You gotta one-up yourself, your previous self, to get better at stuff. That is if you want to. If you want to. Personally, I want to, because doing the same thing over and over again is boring. So, what is your best experience with Vegas Pro? Probably whenever I was... Probably my biggest experience from Mike... This is from Mike 9012. Mike 9012 said that. Anyways, my best... I would say the experience which I enjoyed the most in terms of editing in Vegas Pro would probably be whenever I was editing MS Re Season 3 back in April and June 2016. April, May, and June 2016. Yeah. What is your current biggest gripe with Vegas Pro? Asks Fairplay137. Well, a big one is the stupid 0.0 frame nudges. That's a big one. I'm just gonna do that to demonstrate. Yeah, the stupid 0.0 frame nudges are a huge gripe that I have. Another huge gripe that I have is that it's sometimes unstable and just crashes for no reason. Like whenever you're playing it, playing a preview, sometimes it just freezes, and then you just have to it's just the whole program's unresponsive, and then you just mash the close button, and then it eventually closes finally, after 5 seconds of doing nothing, or 6 or 10 seconds. Yeah, I would say those are my two biggest gripes with Vegas Pro so far. I don't know if they've fixed or mitigated those issues in future versions, but I don't know. What feature would you like improved in Vegas? Basically the program stability. And the track motion keyframe system. I would like independent axis movement for that. Perhaps also multicolor support for legacy text, because you can't just select one part of the text and then change the color. Whenever you change the color, it affects the whole text. There's no way to just change one part like you can change one specific font. Yeah, you can change the specific font, but you're stuck with one color no matter what. Unless you use multiple instances of legacy text. Also, that's the main reason why there's limitations on parameter-based request preferences, just as a side note, because I don't want to have to deal with doing multiple instances of these at once and then having it create extra video tracks and stuff and complicating the project. Anyways, yeah, multicolor text would be super nice. I think that's actually still a thing, if I'm not mistaken, in a different text generator. Let me double check. It might not. It might be so. Titles and text. Let's see. Text color. Nope. It's still the same problem here. But here, it isn't that big of a problem. Let's see. 1620. I can make this red. Yes. Here we go. Okay, so Vegas Pro does have multicolor text support, but it's in kind of a resource intensive. It's in kind of a resource intensive way. In a more resource intensive than this one without keyframes. With keyframes, this is also super resource intensive. Oh yeah, that's another huge problem with the 0.0 frame nudges. It destroys your fade. It destroys your fades. It's so annoying. See? You got a fade, and whenever you move it back to precise frames, boom, your fade is gone. That's another super annoying problem with the 0.0 frame nudges. It's 16 and 20, but 20's in a different font because I don't feel like changing it to Arial. Anyways, so yeah, there's that answer. How would you OSS, the director, whose channel on YouTube is OSS Headquarters, asks, How would you rate the experience of Windows Movie Maker 2012 compared to the previous versions of the software? I would say it's a big downgrade over the Windows XP version, honestly. Except for the fact that you can place more audio clips in quicker succession. Like, the minimum I had in Windows 7's Movie Maker was 0.03 seconds. And I think the minimum for XP was like 0.15 seconds or something. So that was at least one upgrade, I guess. But it was still an overall downgrade compared to the Movie Maker version on Windows XP. Movie Maker, yeah. I still enjoyed it, though. And then, of course, whenever I got Movie Studio, I enjoyed that so much. And immediately got nostalgia again because XP Movie Maker had event locking, i.e. this, instead of Windows 7's version, which was this. This was what I had to deal with Windows 7. No region locking, or no locking of events, see? Even Windows XP had these snap positions. That's what they're called, snap. Yeah, Windows 7 Movie Maker completely lacked that, so. Thoughts on using him0801 asks, thoughts of using Vegas 19 or even 20? Again, I thought about it, but I decided against it. I decided it's not worth like the extra $300 or hundreds of dollars to upgrade if it's like barely different from my current version. So my thoughts are I'm probably not going to use them, at least not for now. Let's see. Wobbles the Scientist asks, how do you enter in the numbers for cyber duels for the HP, CP, RP, etc.? And if it's a program that is used, what program do you use? I asked him to clarify what it was. How it's displayed. So there's actually two ways in which I do this. How I display it. I'm going to open a CyberDuel file. CyberDuels, CyberDuel, let's see, S5v2. Chances are all the links are broken, so that's going to be annoying. Ignore all missing files. Just load the thing. Get ready. There's the HP for the boss right here. Oh, I should probably load a different one. So yeah, for the boss HP, I just use what is this? Oh, that's the RPG text box. Let's see. Another nice feature of Vegas Pro, by the way, is the track groups. So you can just collapse like huge numbers of tracks. Yeah. This is track 10. This is track 55. That means there's like a lot of tracks in between them. Like 44 between them. All collapsed here. Most of them being from this. Some of them being from this as well. So that's the damage number right there, I think. Yep, that's the damage number in Vegas Prototype Titler. Alright, this is the boss HP right here. So yeah, this is just a legacy text. I can change it to whatever I want. It's over 9,000. Also for HP, I like, let's see. I make the HP smaller for HP. The rest of the numbers are in 16 point. This is 12 point. This is the position in case you're curious. It's negative 0.530. And then the different vertical position is managed by track motion. This one. Yeah. Makes it easier to deal with these larger numbers, I guess. Alright, so that's for the bosses, but not for the allies, or the Microsoft SAM. Let's see, explode containing folder. Oh, bother, I forgot. I'm gonna blue screen the stream again, real quick, and then open the folder, I guess. Unblue screen it, I guess. Ages 2017. This is the design I used. Alright, so this is Sam's gauge right here. I just composed this in paint.net. This is the reaction window here. Sam with the mustache. So I have different colors for each one. Say Microsoft Sam gets hit and drops down to like 271 HP. I just color pick the off color and then the on color so that they're in like this. Then I modify the numbers accordingly. Like this. That's how you get 271. Oh no, Sam dropped to half HP. Well, no worries. I could just select this, press shift, click, click. Oh. Okay, I guess I forgot the yellow is way darker. Alright. And you got it in yellow format. Now he's below half HP. Wait, you manually change the PNG files itself like that? Yes, I do. And then whenever I'm done, I just save it as a separate gauge state. See, there's the states here. The states there. Yep. This is literally how I did it for the gauges for Cyber Duels. This is how I still do it in the Design 2. Yeah, except for the moving bar. The moving bar, its motion is controlled. Yeah, as you can see. Oh, whoops. I'm in save mode. Anyways, so as you can see between these, there's Mike's previous state, and then whenever he gets damaged, there's his gauge state right there. It just instantly changes. I have a video file of the HP bar just draining to 0. And the number also going to 0 as well. So, yeah. So that's how I handle the bars draining. Yeah. That's how I modify the HP states and get them all to display. There's different colors and stuff for each one. Answered. Gonna answer that. Mark that as answered. How do you do the RPG text box thingy in your Microsoft Sam's super funny adventures videos? From Silver Carlton. This is actually a really good question. Which I've gotten multiple requests from, so I'm going to demonstrate. Oh, convenient. This already uses RPG text, so as you can see, I use Vegas Pro ProType Titler. Up here, ProType Titler, I use a template for this to get the text formatted like this. And then for the RPG effect, you're usually on this tab. So you go to Layout, then you go to Selection over here. This will be not animated. Just click it right here. And then at appropriate point, then you can drag this slider to be whatever you want right here. So for your first keyframe, you're going to want it all the way empty. Unless you're like continuing a previous text box, then you'll want to adjust it so that it starts just at the point where it left off, like right there or something, and then like do that. And then by the end, you'll want it to like, unless you're having the character be interrupted or having the text be interrupted, then you'll want it all the way to the right. Oh yeah, this is also enabled by default. If you do that, then it'll fade. The text will fade per character. You'll want it per character as well if it's not already set to that. So I uncheck this so that the characters actually pop in like that. So yeah, that's how you do it. In actual character speech, I'm gonna pull up S61's file. No, do not save changes, otherwise I will be really upset because I will have ruined my stuff. Ruined my hard work from like years ago. Oh, right here. Collapsed. It's in the area of collapse. Fade selection option, yeah. Alright, so for characters, oh bummer, the voice clips aren't active. Oh yeah, because the video segments aren't active either. That's funny. Let's see, MSC video vault. Video segments. Yay, there's the audio.
Aw, lucky me.
Yeah. For making actual text, I kind of just eyeball it, or more appropriately, hear it. Whatever the term for that would be. Audio ball it. Something. A problem with doing it this way is that this cursor does not follow you. Just delete that so that way it stays there. Yeah, you move this cursor right here does not follow you, so there's no option to lock to timeline. So you're gonna have to use the selection tools to try to eyeball it.
Oh.
Like that. You get a frame number down here, and yeah, you move the text to that position accordingly. Then you hear for the next appropriate section.
Aw, lucky.
Yeah, and you move the right bound of the selection area. Now it's at frame 53. This is about frame 53.
Lucky me.
Then continue doing it to the next
Lucky me.
section.
Me.
Whichever one
Me.
sounds appropriate for you, for the text to stop. It actually looks like it stops way sooner than at frame 80 because it's also loading the space afterwards, so those entire segments were pre-made. Oh my, I never knew. Yeah, I made these video segments. This is I did a different approach to editing season 6 episode 1, and I edited the segments individually. This helped me, I started work on the Eva and Mark section first, and I ended up using it at the end. instead of at the beginning like the letter would suggest. So it's convenient for that, so you don't have to move literally like thousands of events and like shift them all the way over there and deal with the stupid 0.0 frame nudge thing again, messing up everything, and then you have to like refix everything. And it's so annoying. Have to deal with such annoying stuff. There's a 0.0 frame nudge again. See how easily it happens? It's oh my word. Floating point errors can really be annoying. So yeah, that's how I do my RPG style text. I do that process until it's all the way to the bottom, to the till it's all the way done. Oh yeah, we got text that spans multiple screens. Like sometimes what the character says doesn't fit in the box, so I have to use multiple Vegas Pro prototype titlers for the same quote, like for data. See?
Reviews tomorrow. Yeah. Reviews tomorrow. Yeah.
As you can see. So yeah, in that case,
Reviews.
I eyeball the frame in which it's supposed to end. I have to move the markers right here to the beginning of this video voice clip, where this voice clip would be.
Oh no, change the statement. Oh wait, change the statement. Reviews tomorrow.
Yeah.
Change the statement. Reviews.
Yeah. Then you got frame 133. Let's see. These ticks are 2 frames apart, at least at this zoom level. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2. Boom. I did it a bit. I like to sometimes round off. And then for like the next regions, you move the left region back. SamJoe episode 2 was made entirely with the nested timelines feature. That's pretty cool. I can accomplish this moving segments thing with the nested timeline. Does the 0.0 frame nudge glitch still happen though? If it does, then it won't help me that much. I mean, it might help with just a simple drag, but if it still's got that floating point number misalignment thing that kills your precision keyframe stuff, then it'll be a deal breaker. Okay. I might have to demo a new version of Vegas Pro, because if they actually eliminated the annoying 0.0 frame nudges, then I might actually upgrade. I don't know.
Reviews tomorrow. Yeah.
Another thing I like to do with the keyframes is try to get it so that each character appears like a certain, like one character per frame. Sometimes maybe for slower ones, like what, or oh, I'll use a frame for like three frames per character or 4 frames per character. But for this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, counting the space. So that's 10 frames. Oh, I didn't use that approach for this one. I just, I guess I eyeballed it more. So that's frame 15. This is actually frame 16 right here. So yeah. TGN, you never encountered the 0.0 frame glitch? Well, consider yourself lucky and very annoyance-free, I guess. So that's pretty cool anyway. Yeah. Anyways. Is there anything left to cover about this RPG text stuff? Maybe not. I know for sure that the RPG text uses a set frame per character thing. Usually, normally the RPG text does 1 frame per character. Whenever it's in danger mode, it does 2 characters per frame. So it makes the RPG text sticker come out way quicker, twice as fast, and also the text boxes generally last for only a second, mainly to help me with timing the managing the RP values. So I think this one is answered. Alright, what time is it? I'm gonna leave a... Give me a minute, I'm gonna leave a little marker so that I can come back to this. Alright. Hi, let's continue. Some random sign, which is actually Starzania, asks, how do you actually put in numbers for the Cyberdual status stuff, like HP, ECP status, etc.? Do you have to use a photo editor to make it, or do you have some sort of font special way of putting in the values for said Cyberdual? Like I said before, I use Paint.net for creating my character gauges. I use Paint.net for using my character gauges and for applying the status effect indicators. This is no exception. Let's choose this one. So we got energy. So there's two different states for this one. Yeah. One without the number, the one with it. This helped putting switching between these states in quick succession makes a little blinking effect. I'm going to close this. I'm alt-tabbing through it, and the number is blinking. Yeah. Also, if there's background noise, please pardon that. So, yeah, that's how I do the statuses, including danger. Let's see, Control Shift 1. Yeah, danger. Yeah. There's danger. We could use NVIDIA Broadcast. NVIDIA Broadcast, I'm not familiar with that. Is that like some audio enhancer thingy? Anyways, yeah, that's how I manage displaying status effects for at least the characters. Oh, numbers for the Cyberdual status. Oh, so specifically numbers. For damage numbers, I just use Vegas Pro. I use the legacy text stuff, like I said before, to edit damage numbers, or actually not legacy text. Actually, I actually for some reason use two different text generators for damage numbers and HP numbers. I don't know why, but that's just what I do for now. So you got 128 right there. That's in Protype Titler. Change this to whatever, like a bajillion. Over 9,000. Oh yeah, this still uses EmuLogic. Press Start 2P is way better, and if I had known about that font, I would have used this instead of EmuLogic. So that's a side note. Uses the tensor cores on RTX GPUs to remove background noise. Okay, that's pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, I think this answers the question. If it doesn't, then let me know, I guess. Then I'll answer it off stream if it's not actually answered. Are there any features from other editors you've used or seen that you want in Vegas Pro? Yes, actually, I want multicolor text. Kden Live has that, and it's super cool. Pretty cool. At least multicolor text, like multicolor text in a pretty resource light text editor, I guess. How do you make content like me? Asks 520-507. Like original content, like animations or something random. Original content like animations or something random. The animation part, I use track motion keyframes, like so. I'll move the number around C. Oh, it already comes with an animation. See? It rises up. See? The number rises up. That's an animation. I accomplished that with keyframes. It starts at position Y0, goes up to Y404. And that's a simple animation. That's how I do animations in general. I also use the pan crop, which I've demonstrated earlier in the stream. About stuff random, something random, I just use my own ingenuity, I guess. And I use whatever works fine, I guess. I like sometimes get ideas for something funny like super pizza, explosion, boom, boom, ha ha ha, all that stuff. That's something I just made up on the spot, I guess. Just random stuff, I guess. I don't have a proper explanation for how I come up with random stuff, I guess. It's just something that you find funny, I guess, and some stuff that I find funny enough to include in my videos. How many keyframe issues have you made in all of your videos? Any kind. I don't know the exact number of those keyframe issues, but it's probably in the double digits. Mainly because of the 0.0 frame nudges. Mainly because of the 0.0 frame nudges. Do you have any play? That's from Kirby Cool 11234. Which also goes under the alias Tetris Fan at 999. The Awesome Sonic asks, do you have any plans on upgrading your current version of Vegas Pro in the far future? Yeah, I've already answered this. I might not. What are the absolute worst things to happen while editing? One of the worst things is Vegas Pro crashing while you have a lot of unsaved work there. Well, a lot of your work is unsaved. So you have to redo all that unsaved work whenever Vegas Pro just randomly crashes, and it's super annoying. Tetris Fan 999 was your original name. Yeah. This question was asked by Leon Gamer. Yeah. So the absolute worst thing to happen while editing, probably technically maybe if your video project file gets corrupted, that could be something worse than just losing some unsaved stuff. But I haven't had a project file get corrupted on me like in a Vegas Pro crash. So another pretty bad thing is whenever you're done with editing and then you go to render it and then it just fails at rendering midway through, then you have to use Task Manager to force close Vegas Pro and and then try to re-render again. That's how MSC says 5e7 was divided into literally probably almost 20 separate segments because it just would not render in one piece from the original project file. Although granted, I was using some relatively unoptimized settings compared to what I use now. Since I optimize my settings, I don't run into that issue very often anymore. But it can still sometimes happen, and it's super annoying. How long did you use Starzenia again asks, how long did you use Kden Live for? It was mentioned in SamJoe's video that you used Kden Live for said episode instead of Vegas Pro. MSCWE 34. I would probably say a day, 2 days, 3 days, a few days, however long it took to edit episode 34. I haven't really used it beyond that, and but that experience was pretty nice in terms of trying to learn the basics of a new video editor. That was pretty cool. What little feature in Vegas do you appreciate a lot? I guess like the ability to put in a bunch of random effects, I guess. Little feature. Maybe audio effects too, if you count those as little features. Maybe if you don't use keyframes, the biggest little feature is the track motion keyframes, but I've used these extensively. There's the warp again to the beginning. So annoying. Can be problematic. Yep, there it goes again. That's another annoying bug of Vegas Pro. So yeah. I think I can mark this answered, maybe? Is the stream still going good? Yes, it is. Let's see. Tomcat97, the Wolf YT official, asks, how many times has Vegas Pro crashed when you were making the Microsoft Sam's 2022 Christmas video? Probably. I think it did crash at least once. Might have crashed multiple times. If I were to guess, I would say about 5 or 7 times, which is annoying. I don't remember the exact number or if it crashed at all, but I'm pretty sure it did crash, and it probably crashed semi-frequently. What was my favorite video I've worked on? Multiple videos. Actually, most of the favorite videos I've worked on were in MS Reese Season 3, MS Reese Season 4, and MS Reese Season 2. Those were my favorite ones to work on, at least looking back. Probably because I was young at the time, new to Vegas Pro at the time. And it's also from an era that I can find some nostalgia in. So that one is... I can mark as... that. What video were you proud of about it turned out when you finished it? From Super Smash Bros. Fan with 2 N's. What video were you proud of about? My answer to that is yes. Most videos I'm pretty satisfied with how they turned out, like, in the end. A lot of videos, they exceed my general initial image of them in my head that I create before I go ahead and create them. So I would probably say like a bunch of videos like MS Recess 41, I would say, whenever I made that back in 2016. Some of the MS Garf minis, some of the MS Cease videos. There's no singular answer to that question. It's sometimes I'm satisfied after I make a video, sometimes I'm not that satisfied. What video do you regret working on, asks XPUser2600. Probably most of my pilot series episodes, at least in terms of... Oh, actually, I regret making that one random fact with SamJoe, which was basically like claiming that Zaya Josh was using YouTube all the time. Stuff. There was no reason for that video to exist. It was just a little thing that I did to mess with Isaiah Josh back then. Yeah, that's basically what it was, just to mess with Zaya Josh. That's the only reason that video existed. I think that video is pretty dumb now. What video was the most hard to edit one? Probably S5E10. Maybe S3E4's battle scene is would be a contender for that, I guess. Oh no, there's probably future videos that will be harder to edit as I try to expand my scope or escalate the visuals of my videos more. So basically the answer to this question is basically most of the videos in the MS Super series. How long have you been video editing for, asks Henry Nitro Cord. Or not Henry Nitro Cord. Yeah. I've been editing since June 19th. Well, I first started editing my first YouTube video under the SamJoe name on June 19, 2014. Although I got into video editing years prior with family videos, which I won't release. I think that was back in 2009, 2010, something like that. But I took a liking to it. My voice is tired, so... What Vegas features would you recommend for most beginners to use? Probably track motion. Just mess with the track motion keyframe systems like I was. Mess with them. Have some fun with it. Mess with some other effects like vibrato.
Thanks for watching this awesome video.
And also other stuff. Just have fun with the various effects that Vegas Pro offers. Like text and stuff. You know, there's a bunch of fun stuff you can do with it when you put your mind to it. There's a bunch of fun stuff you can do with this. So, you know. So my number one recommendation would be to just go ham and do stuff that just do stuff for fun. Edit for fun. Right. This question was asked by Green Hunt. Green Hunt asks another question. How do you normally structure your files, like your voice clips, errors, recordings, etc. for editing? I use an MSC folder. A central folder for it. I put MS Random requests in here, Season 6 requests in here. I used to put errors in here. Like so. There's episode 38 errors, episode 34 errors. There's the original resolution because I actually upscale these. See? That way they look more pixely in the actual video. So yeah, there's the errors, there's the funny signs, there's gauges, bunch of stuff. The power of Windows XP. Yep. So yeah, I just like to structure them like that. In those subfolders, in these subfolders, there exist more subfolders. In them there exists more subfolders. In them there exists more subfolders. In them exists voice clips. And another subfolder for text files. Basically subfolder heaven. At least for seasons. Yeah. Anyways, let's go over here. Oops, wrong one. What program do you use to make videos? Take a guess. Take a guess. Also use Speakonia and stuff. I use Speakonia to make the voice clips. How much storage do your character sprites take up? Can be the remade or original Nitomo ones. Let's see. Let's answer that real quick. Character folder. I'm going to select all of them and deselect. Let's just just the size of the ready to go ones. 1.05 gigabytes on the disk. For the unedited ones, that figures 7.92 gigabytes. For the 6.23 by 623 sprites, let's just say the ready-made sprites. There are way more of them. Actually, about the same size as the currently way more limited set of 1440p sprites available. But for the unedited, it's a way different story. I think, anyways. Oh, it's actually similar. Wow, I actually exceeded it. in 1440p. But anyways, there's actually 67,000 over that number in terms of unedited screenshots of Miitomo sprites, and they take up quite a few gigabytes, wouldn't you say? Altogether, my characters folder is about this big. I think it's actually my biggest folder in my MSCs folder. My Video Vault is not in the MSCs folder. I got a shortcut into it though. But my Video Vault folder is the only one that's bigger, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Signs is smaller. Images is smaller. Even this one is smaller. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, this one is probably the biggest one directly in the MSCs folder. Got them all. Yeah, as you can see, it's over. Oh my word, what? Really? Oh my goodness. Right, 31.8 gigs. Over half of the total size, so yeah, it's got more than a majority of the file size, so yeah. We hear you want a main Linux if Vegas would be available, but what version of Linux exactly? Whichever works, I guess. Whichever works properly with my computer, that's the main thing that matters. Requested by Thunderbirds 404 is one of his old aliases. His current alias is Pizza Bogan. So, yeah. I've tried Ubuntu. I've tried Linux Mint. I've tried Arch Linux, which is super hardcore. Yeah, I just haven't stuck with it, I guess. Did you mean what kind? Just the distro. Does your new logo have a font? That's just I just constructed that logo myself. I didn't mark this, but I'm just gonna mark it as complete anyway. How did you make the CyberDuel live scene on MSC S3 for? This is too broad of a question, honestly. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors on that. There's a gauge creation. There's the actual motion creation. There's the fact that you have to create more character sprites for the side-on view. There's you have to create the enemy sprites. You have to set the battle damage. You actually have to write the CyberDuel in a text file. So yeah, I'm gonna mark this is completed, I guess. So unless there's like a specific part of the CyberDuel editing process that you'd like to see, I can't really address this question other than a dedicated live stream of me making a CyberDuel, which I did say that I wanted to do sometime in the future, and I still might. Not this stream though. So yeah. Alright, and then there's new questions since I started the stream. Nice. Oh bother. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. My apologies. If you had to use a different video editor other than Vegas Pro, what would it be? Probably Kdenlive. I realized it was DXT from Raffles server. He actually showed me a way to get a similar keyframing system, track motion keyframe system on Kdenlive as Vegas Pro. You just take the track motion effect, that you apply on that I've applied on individual events, and just apply it to the timeline itself, which I didn't know you could even do. So that was super helpful. I might try that again one day. Before then, I was looking at trying to get into DaVinci Resolve, but I just never tried learning it, honestly. Never tried learning DaVinci Resolve. So yeah. Would you, MikeJoex says, would you use Kdenlive as your main video editor? I would if it had the effects, and if it had the same track motion keyframe system. Basically, if I could do at least most of what I could do in Vegas Pro and Kdenlive, I would try to do it. I would also like to make it look a bit more similar to Vegas Pro, instead of like having these huge like V1, A1 things there. If you've seen Kdenlive before, you'll know what I'm talking about. Will you use VBS files to make errors as a joke? I actually already have. In Microsoft Sam Fails at Windows 7, all the way back in the long ago year of 2018. All the way back, almost 4.5 years ago, actually. On June 19, 2018. So yeah, I already used VBS files. That's how the Windows 7 errors existed. Why does it seem like something happens the very frame someone comes off the screen? Why does it seem like something happens the very frame someone comes off the screen? Well, maybe something does happen. What usually happens is that to conserve resources, I have the character sprite just disappear after it's off screen. Let's see if I can get an example of such. A convenient example. What would be a convenient one? Oh yeah, just a quick video for today. No. So you got the characters. Specify new location. This is thrilling, don't you think? There's the sound effects. There's the thumbnails. Alt quickie number 13A. And then the voice clips. Alrighty. Save that. Yeah, as you can see, these events, the character sprites, they appear, then after they go off screen, the sprite disappears, like it gets cut off. If they were on screen whenever it gets cut off, they would just disappear in thin air. So yeah. This makes it more convenient to manage, at least for me anyway. It makes it more convenient to deal with the timeline whenever you're coming back to it. Like if I used to like keep it like that. There's not really a reason to keep it longer than the time that it's on screen. So
Come back.
technically it's still being rendered, but it's just off screen. I believe that it might take a little bit more resources with this on the screen, which is a big reason why I trim it whenever it goes off screen. But another reason is just readability. I actually have it extend up one frame after the last keyframe of the motion, So that way I can do this and have the keyframes move around.
I'm back.
If I cut it off right at the end keyframe, then the end keyframe wouldn't move along.
Come back.
See? The end keyframe wouldn't tag along. See? That's why I extend it one frame to the right, past it.
Come back. Come back.
Yeah, that's why I keep it one frame extended after the last keyframe. So there's that. When using keyframes, which set from what video was the funniest to you when you finished editing them? Which keyframe set? It's tough to say, I guess. Yeah, I actually don't know. Back when chase scenes were a thing, I thought characters getting chased across the screen was the funniest thing since sliced bread. Then I overused it, and then I was like, whatever. And then I've made more funnier keyframe animations, I guess. Maybe the reaction windows with Microsoft Mike temporarily going DVD mode, logo mode, was funny. Maybe Sam drinking the coffee and exploding on the screen was funny as well. I don't really have a concrete answer for this, so... What kind of Vegas titlers, text media generators, do you mostly use for your videos? I use legacy text for most applications, including request text, parameter-based request text. I rarely, if ever, use these. I almost never use these. Otherwise I use prototype titler for RPG text. Maybe even color text and gradient text, actually. You can, yeah. Gradient text right here. Yeah. And I also use New Blue Titler Pro 5. New Blue Titler Pro 5, which is the most resource intensive of them all. It's the most resource intensive of them all. Loading. Loading, please wait. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. This is not how I usually have it. Unpin this. Get rid of the safe margins. Select the text. Open transform. Yeah, you got that. New Blue Titler Pro 5 is pretty cool. Got extrusion, I guess. I usually put the extrusion on the outline, though. Let me get rid of the shadow. Extrusion. Let's see, we got goo puff, I guess. Oh, bother. And I can change this fly effect to it. Like, oh no. Let's see. Kinetic motion bend, title bend. I need to make the extrusion not as bad. Title bend. Oh, boy. So you got that. That's how you make bending text, I guess. or more centered text. That's how I made the text more centered on my logos, 3D logos. Also, you can add another one, another bend effect for arch, by the way. Change it from wrap to arch, and then make it like that. That's how I did the season text in season 3. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's all right. Have you ever made RPG box stats for the bad guys? I think so. Maybe not in this style. Probably not in this style, but for design 2, yes. I made Bernard's gauge, Billy's gauge, Harry's gauge, and of course the ATTRIBUTIONS gauge, which you've all seen, you fellows have all seen in S3, 4, the ATTRIBUTIONS anyway. You've seen Bernard, Billy, and Harry's gauge in at the end of the Septennial video. Spoilers. And I think that's the last one in this channel. Thank you for your questions. I'm gonna go ahead and move this down to the archival category. Boulder. Sync permissions. Yeah, you missed the stream. Oh no. First of all, I'm gonna need to have to reset this back, probably. Oh, here we go. Put this in the archive warehouse. Sync permissions. Haha, now you can't view this unless you get the archive role. Archive access role. There we go. Alright. And you can get that role by going in. Oh, bother. You can go in there by going in get roles. And right here, this, you got archive access right here. You just click it, and this category should show up. Same thing for this legacy category, just click this. Similarly, if you don't want the general channels to appear and you just want to request stuff, you just click this and it'll hide it. It doesn't hide it for me because I'm the owner of the server, and I can see all the channels at all times. So similarly, you can hide the request channels as well. So yeah. Until then, do you fellows have any further questions that I could answer before I go? Let's see. Have you played any PC games? I've played Minecraft. I've also played some 3DS games on PC. Shh, don't tell Nintendo. Yeah, I've played Minecraft. I've played Among Us as well on PC. What are your opinions on the Steam Deck? It's an interesting concept and I hope it takes off. I don't really see a reason for myself to get one, honestly. I don't really see a reason to get a Steam Deck myself because I can play Steam games on my own computer directly. Although you don't get the same small, convenient form factor that the Steam Deck has. So if you got a Steam Deck, and you enjoy it, then more power to you. And I hope you do manage to keep enjoying it and find as much utility as you can. Personally, for me though, I don't really see a reason for me to get it, but as a game console on its own, like, it's a super good deal if you just view it as a game console. So, yeah, any further questions? Let's see. I don't think there's any other questions on Discord. Alright. I don't think there's any further questions yet. Well, I guess there's no further questions. Well, thank you all for joining. This was a nice stream. This was a nice time. How should I end this stream? I don't know how to end this stream, so I'm just gonna say, okay, thanks, bye!